Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Another test drive. This time in a very nice 1970 Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40. Given a second chance at life as an Icon FJ40. Specifically a new school design package, and it is Icon FJ number 182. Yay! Manual trans. Why don't more people order Icons with the manual transmission? Come on, it's so much more engaging. The point of a vehicle like this, it should be visceral. It should be man or woman meets machine, that connection. I don't know, it seems the vast majority, more and more, are going automatic, which I find befuddling. You can't even get a manual at a dealership for most new production cars. So, I don't know. Consider the manual. Long live the manual is all I'm trying to say. It's a nice light clutch. It's hydraulic. The gates are easy. Quick shifts, short throws, but nothing stupid. 5-speed, really nice ratios. The ultimate really for off-road control, especially on descents. Just saying. This one, of course, is running a GM LS3, putting out about 430 horse, 440 torque. You'll notice it runs a Vortec truck style intake and Fiat. That's so that the injectors and the mapping is more appropriate, really, for this type of vehicle. Mandrel bent stainless exhaust from our friends at Borla. We're running an Asen Warner manual transmission, 5-speed. That is a great transmission, absolutely bulletproof, used in many, many applications over the years. It's a joint development collaboration between Asen, one of the premier suppliers for Toyota, and Warner, which Detroit Big Three supplier, global supplier, and never had a single failure with one. They're wonderful. The AX15 in turn is sending power through to the Atlas shift on the fly part-time 4-wheel drive 2-speed transfer case. Down 13 Den U-joints to our Curry Industry built axles. Dana architecture, Dana 60 base, high pinion in the rear, high pinion 44 with fine spline axles and every possible upgrade in the front. Why are we not running a Dana 60 in the front, you might ask? Well, it's not because we're cheapskates. I think you know me well enough to know that's not the case by now with all the decisions made in the brand. But it's actually lighter, more expensive a little bit because it's not as popular, but it preserves the up travel. You put a 60 in the front, you're really limited on up travel, and we're quite proud of our 12 inches of travel. And this truck's running the sport suspension, so you have our normal, wonderful coilover driving dynamics, and then you have greater performance and tunability by selecting the sport suspension option, which is like under $2,000. It's a nominal upgrade, so pretty much every truck gets it. And it allows you to adjust 2 rates of suspension return speed yourself. And if you're going to put it through serious off-road paces, the remote canisters give room for the nitrogen to expand under heat and duress without impacting the ride quality. Tunable sway bar in the front, blade arms style, analog. These axles, of course, are equipped with the ARB locking differentials, front and rear. Those have a dedicated air compressor. And it's really the way to go for precise off-road control. So not only can you lock power to all 4 wheels, you can also lock power to just 2 rear wheels, or 1 rear, or 1 front and an opposing front. So, using the twin stick Atlas controls in combination with the different configurations the lockers allow, it can be pretty hard pressed to get stuck. I mean, the mud terrains might suit you better depending on your terrain. This truck is running the forged Icon New School 18-inch wheels, finished in Icon's proprietary SDIC powder coat polyester hybrid finish with the spinning rear center caps. For efficiency, we are running the worn old school locking hubs, so you're not dragging around the front axle inner componentry unless you actually need it. Also reduces wear on the front axle components long term. Of course, the sport brakes designed by Brembo, proprietary to Icon, 6-pot calipers in the front, massive, 4 pots in the rear, dedicated parking brake, mechanical non-hydraulic caliper for if the poo really hits the fan. And yeah, I mean, it's really the heart of the truck mechanically. The finish on this one is the slate blue, which is really a wonderful kind of timeless color. I don't do it too often. I'm kind of surprised. We also do Pacific blue, which is more of a midnight darker blue, and that's quite nice as well. But I really like the slate, especially the way it's offset and plays with the black traditional canvas and new school bumpers and wheels and all them there thingies. We've got the new school rear view mirrors, of course. You know, we sell those for FJ various generations stock mounts, so windshield frame hinge, door mount hinge. You put them on all sorts of stuff. We've seen, in fact, people do exactly that. We've got, since it's a new school, of course, the machined sort of Bell and Ross inspired dash panels, including the center clock, gauges and glove box with the 4x instruction. We have the traditional oh shit handle, stainless steel, powder coated in black, push to close, pull to open, uniball adjustable in-dash heat NAC vents. This truck has the optional Icon fire extinguisher. Of course, we have our machined sport pedals. We're running the Chilowich textile on this, flanked in OEM BMW green rated vinyl. Back seat on this is the traditional jump seat configuration. You probably know we also offer the forward-facing 2-passenger bench. This is the classic way to go and really preserves the versatility of the cargo area, so that's quite nice. Lap belt, since they're side-facing, is really no point. 3-point belt. Insulated soft top, fully removable, though I don't think anyone ever bothers, because the windows you zip drop, or you can unbolt with the toolkit we include the entire door upper halves, and then the rear cargo and side panels of the soft top. You have a couple options. The most fun is you unsnap it with the 10X snaps that meet the aluminum body, and then unzip the 2 vertical zippers, and then up top there's another horizontal plane zipper. Leave them at home. Then you really all have this structured bikini top that's not going to blow out your eardrums because it's all nice tethered, insulated. 7 layers, by the way. So you're still in the shade, but you're getting all the interaction with, hopefully, nature. Or, I don't know, I've driven bikini top Icon through New York City, and lots of sensory input coming from the city as well. So, as you see fit, this one has our elevated audio system. It's our beloved Pioneer NEX head unit with tetherless CarPlay, reverse camera, HD radio, AM, FM, CD, everything you need. Really good nav, by the way. Well, I still find my smartphone's nav's better, but with the CarPlay, it projects onto there, so do whatever the heck you darn well please, you know what I mean? What else can I tell you? Oh, we did the fairly rare but increasingly common, popular, 2-piece left-right opening rear door, which is nice, especially with the jump seats, because rear ingress-egress is greatly simplified. We also did the new option, which is the Amp Research Power to Step. Now that has a sensor on the rear right door. So when you open that door, step actuates, helps you pony up, and obviously it closes when you close the door. Elevated audio, same as the basic audio in componentry, except we run the Focal K2 speakers with separates and a higher output amp. Highly recommend it. Trivial cost difference from our bass audio to the elevated. And let's face it, even though we're really proud of our soft top, it's still a soft top. So at high rates of speed, it's nice to have that extra clarity and volume capability. So here I'll pull over and give you a little walk around tour of the outside and move on to today's subplot, which is really cool and I don't know. It's tempting me to do a criminal action and be a thief. I'll show you why. So see how convenient those amp steps are? I don't know how people order an Icon without them. They're so good. Slate blue, new school wheels. So you got the cool spinner caps, kind of a cheesy way to illustrate them, but when you're cruising at speed or on the trail, the Lizard stays horizontal, which is kind of groovy. As I mentioned, the high output reverse light, Icon new school dual pivot bumper situation. Got your storage compartments in there, class 2 receiver, reverse camera, and then when you just actuate that door, you've got this additional amp step, which is really nice for accessing the cargo area. So I promised you a subplot that could result in a criminal action. So our event is coming up here real soon. This is probably one of the, if not the last video I'll have a chance to release to you guys before the event. So to recap, it's called Icons of Design. The website for the event is simply iconsofdesign.org. It's to support my children's charity called Go Campaign, and it's going to be kick-ass. We've got 50 vendors, all independent, privately held, small brands, everything from jewelry makers, watchmakers, shoewear, furniture, fabric arts, sculpture, home goods, like you name it, like something for everyone, and price points that something for everyone again there. And then all the top custom car companies. We had a couple new companies join us in this last week. So Zero Labs with their carbon fiber all electric Bronco, and then Singer and Gunther Works and Workshop 5001 and Emery Motorsports, C Electric. I mean, the list is pretty insane. You'll see it all in detail on the site. Our event is sponsored by Hagerty and by William Henry. Everyone knows Hagerty, at least everyone who's watching this video, but not everyone maybe knows of William Henry. So they're most known for their killer knives, and they've been making these with master craftsmen across the US for decades, and it's just a top quality product. They're also now doing jewelry and just now watches. So look at this bad boy. This thing is so insane. So it's kind of like Makume Game, but it's not really, because that refers to ferrous metals. So what's neat about this one is it's actually the cases, it's called Mokuti or Mokotai. So it's 90 layers of 4 different aerospace grade titaniums forged together to create this like tapestry of metal that then they take a torch basically and heat treat it. The dial on this one is Gibeon meteorite. So that's a 4 billion year old material that fell to Earth in prehistoric times in Namibia. Just insane. These guys work with a global collection of designers, and this is one of their first wrist watches. They're going to have the full collection at the event. Quality internals too, so under the hood there's a Swiss Solida 400 automatic, 26 joule, 38 hour power reserve, sapphire crystal, exhibition case back, super cool. So I thought you guys would appreciate that. That's today's subplot. And man, I really hope you guys can make it to the event. It would be super cool to have you there. If you can't, please look into Go Campaign and all the great work that we're doing in communities in the US and all over the world. The website for the charity is gocampaign.org. If you could throw them a donation, anything you can afford, it'll go a long way. We really appreciate it. So that's all I got. Be good to yourselves, be good to others. See you next week.